marginal radicalization, if you think I'm overstating it. What's going on with our young men? What's going on with our boys? Not just online, but also offline. And forgive me for this. I paint a tougher picture, but I thought it was important. You walk into a morgue, you see 5 young people who may have taken their life by suicide. 4 are men. Boys are 14 times more likely to be incarcerated. Boys, 3 times more likely to die from an overdose, twice as likely to be homeless. 1 out of 7 men doesn't even have one friend. Half, this is interesting, may not be surprising to some of you, half of young men have not even asked a woman out on a date in person. Men are struggling. Boys are struggling. The good news is we're responding in this state. I was proud to recently issue an executive order that, among other concrete actions, creates a new service challenge. We call it the Men's Service Challenge. We're calling on 10,000 young men to step up as tutors and mentors and coaches and leaders in their communities. I think that's important. We need more young men. By the way, I saw my wife. She was kind enough to stand up. This is not an ad. But about 20 years ago, she did a landmark film about the misrepresentation of women and girls called Misrepresentation. Oprah bought it. It was very well received. 2 years later, she followed up with a documentary most folks forgot about called The Mask You Live In, 2015, about masculinity and the crisis of masculinity. Not in a toxic sense, not in a pejorative sense, but what was happening with men and boys over a decade ago. This issue is a real issue, and it is not a zero-sum issue. This is not a zero-sum issue. We'll continue nation-leading efforts for women and girls, but we have to address this issue. And it's not, again, just addressing the issue through service that's targeted at boys. It's also service that extends through our larger Service Corps initiative in California. I think this is important. California's Service Corps is now larger than the Peace Corps. No other state can lay claim to that. We have service matters. Shared experiences matter. You want to deal with all this crisis and all this stress? Shared experiences. No one's asking who you voted for. No one asks you where you live. Shared experiences. And we have a College Corps program in this state you have funded. Thank you. The College Corps program, unlike anything else in the United States, over 3,500 students are earning up to $10,000 to reduce their cost of education. And what we ask for in return is 450 hours of service. Service. I'm a Sarge Shriver guy. Service, he said, is the heart and soul of what binds us together. Helping personal character, helping with friendships, as well as helping with careers. And on the career front, I also want to highlight something that you funded. I want to highlight the progress you've made. I want to thank you for the commitment. We created the state's first master plan for career education. It was a 3-year process. We just recently completed it. Creates these seamless, debt-free pathways from school to high-paying jobs with or without college experience. We're integrating new training, strengthening these regional partnerships, and building a new career digital passport so people can track their skills. We set a goal of 500,000 apprenticeships by 2029. Today, we have exceeded that goal. Over 600,000 earn and learn opportunities, more than any other place in the country, have been funded by all of you in this chambers. That is a big accomplishment. No other state can lay claim to that. Apprenticeships matter. And these are folks in the skilled trades, right? These are the electricians and the laborers and the carpenters. And by the way, they're already at work strengthening and building the physical foundations of our state. Right now, in the state of California, we are building more infrastructure projects than at any other time since Governor Pat Brown. That is a fact. It's a fact. And by the way, we've got a website called build.ca.gov. And you'll see when you go to that website, into your districts, into your community, you'll see the progress. $109 billion currently underway, more than 28,000 separate projects supporting over 200,000+ jobs to strengthen this state. Environmental restoration, energy projects, roads, bridges, water, power, rail, ports, broadband, which are getting done for rural communities. Sites Reservoir, the first above-ground water storage in half a century, as well as the world's largest battery and solar storage project, 2,300+ megawatts in Fresno County, all moving forward, but also moving forward under California's new fast-track permitting authority that you authorized 2 years ago. Getting it done and getting it done faster. I debated whether or not to include this in my comments, but I thought it's important. My gosh, how about mis and disrepresentation? How about mis and disinformation? Pick up on permitting, fast tracking. We're also laying tracks. Laying tracks in the